Good morning. How did you get on yesterday? Day off for me. Pre-Champions League. Were there any cock-ups? Not really in the FA Cup. Another great performance from a Rossini Chelsea side. Did exactly what the market expected Chelsea to do. But it was in French League 1 we started seeing the pre-Champions League wobbles. Paris Saint-Germain losing 3-1. This is where these sides are going to be gettable, particularly away from home. Now we're out of the league stage in the Champions League. There's going to be an upset or two. Rennes opened the scoring. Did we get an equaliser if you trusted PSG? You can see already they were making changes to what would have been a first 11 start for Barcola, for sure. No, 2-0, 69th minute, and then we get a Dembele 2-1. So a difficult match to predict. Did the in-play stats help at all? Well, the in-play stats were implicit that PSG were the dominant force. So this might have been a losing play yesterday if you were tempted in. What I would recommend, if you're going to be playing these away sides in the Champions League sides away from home this weekend, maybe do it from a neutral perspective. Look for goals rather than an equaliser. That will just cover any unexpected results. You're already seeing them seep in with Paris Saint-Germain. Monaco, easy as you like, down to 10. In French Ligue 2, 4 out of 5 wins. And the match where the teams wanted to take points off each other, Laval and Nancy, ended 2-2. The reason Laval and Nancy should be taking points off each other is they're very tight in the league. Dunkirk, an important win for them yesterday. Red Star, an important win for them as well at the top. Dortmund, absolutely emphatic and just, I suppose, reminding the rest of the league that even though this is pre-Champions League, they are still a mile ahead of the bottom half sides. Irish Premier Division is still a watching brief at the moment, but only the 2 matches in the Premier Division. Derry 2-2 at 1.67. Was there an angle in if you still fancied the 1.67 shot? Did Dundalk take a lead at any stage? Indeed they did. 21st minute lead for Kenny. Did he follow up, or was there an equaliser for Derry City? McLean would have got you out of jail with an equaliser, but then a Ruby turning up for a 1-2 would have tested your patience. But Duffy with a penalty, and a rare professional footballer scoring a penalty, particularly if you're a Derry fan and you needed it. But it is a watching brief at the moment. But do get to know these sides. These will serve you well in the summer months when the Premier League lot are getting their hair highlighted, new tattoo put on, and getting their hairbands fitted in the summer. The Irish will be helping us out along with the Danes and the Norwegians and the Finns. So keep an eye out on the First Division and the Premier Division. Not much I can report at the moment. Just keep an eye on the odds-ons as well. They're not getting them right, are they, at the start of the season? 1.33 favourite, only winning 1-0. 1.71 favourite, absolutely done. And a 1.66 home favourite not winning. So just bear in mind, the market's not quite got a handle on these matches just yet. Pisa and AC Milan, it's probably banker of the day, given the fact that AC Milan don't have any Champions League football to distract. Loftus-Cheek opening the scoring before half-time, which was a pity. If you were going for 0-0 at half-time, you'd have had a free lay the draw second half. And with Loyola scoring first, that would have been a rather nice angle in. But Luka Modric, wow, what a man. He's nearly as old as Joe Biden, and he gets a late winner for AC Milan to keep their title hopes alive. So not really a tradable match, but pretty much banker of the day. If you were aiming for 0-0 at half-time in that one, you'd have been a little bit disappointed to come up 6 minutes shy. Elsewhere, looking at Well, Volendam getting a win against PSV, who are no longer involved in European club competition either. Benfica, a winner against Santa Clara in a tight pre-Champions League match for them. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 2.5 goal matches for the Eredivisie, and only both teams to score. So not really on their game yesterday, but a couple of tough to call matches. 2.25 the favourite, seeing an away win and an away win. There you go. So let's have a look on to today's matches. No Premier League today. Cup day in England. I still might do a live stream, but it's not going to be an emphatic one. We just need to know which teams are up for the cup or not. But as is usual on a Saturday, I will collect my odds-on favourites as I work my way down. West Ham, this is too much of a distraction, isn't it, for West Ham? That has banana skin written all over it. Highly likely to be making changes with the Premier League survival. Really, the top of the tree. So collect your odds on favourites like this. They'll go into the My Games facility. So in a busy weekend like this, you can get some good angles. Southampton and Leicester just recently met in an absolute humdinger 3-4. We got the late winner in that one, a very low odds lay, something like 1.06, I think, at its lowest. Have they exhausted their goals, Southampton and Leicester? We will see. Are they up for the cup? Leicester are in a spot of bother with a points deduction. So I think favouring Southampton here today. Get this cup out of your system, Leicester and West Ham, and focus on staying up. Marseille and Strasbourg. Well, the usual rule is with Marseille, it's not but at home they do tend to deliver. But you preempted me with my pre. Just checking if they're still involved in the Champions League, Marseille, because that could be the potential banana skin. It's got a feeling of the Rennes PSG match of yesterday. Marseille might struggle against Strasbourg side, who were top 4 earlier in the season, particularly if Marseille are going to be making any changes to the forward line. So I'm just going to check the Champions League out. I can see a Monaco, I can see a Paris Saint-Germain, I see a Dortmund, all from yesterday. I can't see a Marseille. So don't think they're distracted as yet, Marseille. So no excuses for them today. Lille odds on against Brest, and Lens odds on against Paris FC. And again, a win for Lens will see them vying for top position. It's to me, to you, Lens and Paris Saint-Germain. So I wonder if Paris FC can do their Parisian neighbours a favour. French Ligue 2, all really about the league position. You can see the Guingamp Saint-Etienne match is a difficult one to predict, as is the one prior to that. Saint-Etienne are there or thereabouts at the top. But where are Guingamp? You can see Saint-Etienne are out of the top 5 now, which is a strange sight, really. They've been a dominant force this season, but losing 2 consecutive matches has knocked them off what is a tight race for the top 5. So this is a very important match, particularly as Guingamp will go within a point of Saint-Etienne and within a point of the top 5 with a win today. So that is a match I would be laying the late draw. Le Mans, 39 points, a win could take them into the top 2. So look out for them today. Montpellier, mid-table mediocrity. Nothing really to tempt them. Reims are 3rd at the moment. And again, another away side like Le Mans, who could, with 3 points, retain an automatic promotion berth. And a Grenoble, a bit too near the relegation zone, are they? Well, they're 4 points above. They won't be caught today. Can they keep their unbeaten run of 3 going? It's an interesting coupon today. I would be looking to lay those draws, Reims and Le Mans, if they're late on. Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen against St. Pauli. Bayer Leverkusen, a difficult side to unpack. A recent 1-0 win. I think the curse of the Champions League has got them this season. They have not been the force they were under Xavi Alonso. St. Pauli have been keeping things tight in the last 2 matches. They're in a desperate search for points. That will be their modus operandi today. Try to keep it a 0-0 till as late as possible. They have had late goal matches recently. St. Pauli, including a late equaliser against Leipzig. Frankfurt and Borussia Mönchengladbach, I would have expected the home side to be a little bit shorter here. Could be an opportunity for Frankfurt to test 2 or 3 goals today. Hamburger against Union Berlin, too tough to call. 2.4 the favourite. Hamburger in a match where it's too tough to call, for me, would be lent on slightly, given their solid performance wins against Stuttgart and Werder Bremen at home recently. But both teams do tend to score in Hamburger home matches. They have to score a second goal, really, to get the wins. Well, the mighty Hoff at 1.7. The only thing you'll be expecting today will be, I suspect, 3 goals and a possible breakthrough before half-time. Tends to be the pattern with the Hoff. The market grossly underestimates them in each match when they're odds-on favourite, and they over-deliver with the 3-goal factor. Bayern Munich tending to score 2+ goals pre-Champions League. Could be the time to get them. You saw Paris Saint-Germain just a tad above these odds yesterday. Bayern Munich are likely to rest a few players today, thinking this is an easier assignment. So I think they could be tested at 1.29. Could be layable if they lead early, but Werder Bremen do lack any bite. Stuttgart at home should be a tough side to beat against FC Köln. Bundesliga 2 is not as urgent as French Ligue 2. Elvis, they're away at Dynamo Dresden today. They are there or thereabouts in the standings at the top. There'd be a side to look out for, as would Darmstadt, who keep threatening to stay top 2, but don't quite stay in there. So they could do with an away win as well. SerieA, Como against Fiorentina. This is about right. Como normally would be targeting 2+ goals against teams like Fiorentina, who have been on a bit of an unbeaten sequence in a desperate attempt to claw back what has been an awful season for them. But Cesc Fabregas' side are very tough to score 2 goals against. Should be a tough nut to crack today. Lazio against Atalanta is too tough to call. Lazio's run of under 2.5 goal matches could keep things tight. Atalanta on paper are the better side. Inter Milan against Juventus. It's a derby-style match for me. It's too tough to call. Watch out for these two. Are they involved in the Champions League? Inter Milan are away at Bodo Glimt on Wednesday. I don't think we'll have a Tuesday. Juventus, yes we do. So, disadvantage Juve today. They've got a day less to prepare for their Champions League encounter than Inter have. So, interesting. Juve might have to necessarily make some team changes with Tuesday's match, the next match. So you'd be favouring Inter Milan here in a match you wouldn't normally trade, given they're both pre-Champions League. Eredivisie, well, an unexpected win for Utrecht against NEC Nijmegen has put the cat amongst the pigeons for a side normally gettable. Ajax against Sittard, about right, but the other 2 matches are screaming out, leave alone. Particularly AZ Alkmaar, who are not reliable at the moment. No big boys out in La Liga Portugal. Benfica won yesterday. And in La Liga, 2.45 to start the coupon, 2.3 to carry it on. It's not an enticing coupon today at all. Real Madrid looks obvious, but it's pre-Champions League for Real Madrid against a Sociedad side who might offer them something today. Gettable, particularly if you can lay at 1.2 or lower very, very early in the match. Gettable at this weekend, particularly as we're getting deep, deep, deep into this competition. They're away at Benfica on Tuesday, Real Madrid. So yet again, we're going to see possible team changes there today. Young boys against bottom of the league, Winterthur will have an opportunity to salvage something of a poor season for them. Winterthur have been layable, a bit like Sheffield Wednesday all the way through. I can't see the rest of England. It's Cup Day today, but do we have English Championship, English League 1, English League 2? Well, let's have a look. Yes, we do. So English Championship, I would be sorting this out a bit later. Pin it at the top. Tough old coupon. Millwall, well, you're getting your usual odds-on favourites against Sheffield Wednesday, who have started to concede in the first half now in the last 2 matches, Sheffield Wednesday. So do note that change in pattern. Tends to be a second half play. But the rest of the matches, far too tough to call on paper, I'm afraid to say. Not for me. Something might happen in play, but you can see they're only the one odds on favourite there today. English League One, Barnsley odds on, Cardiff at home and Exeter at home. Cardiff would be the standout for me. They've had a few battling performances recently. Very good for the trader. Peterborough are the standout side as far as being unreadable. They're winning at odds on. They're winning at odds against. They're losing at odds on at home. I can't get a handle on the posh, so I don't tend to trade posh matches. League Two, Barnet odds on. Cambridge United have been excellent, particularly if conceding first. They were emphatic winners last week. Didn't offer any trade, but they are, or do look reliable. Famous last words. Chesterfield and MK Dons odds on at home, and Oldham as well. So those would be the main leagues today. As it's a cup day today, I will look or have a think about doing a live stream for the German Bundesliga and moving into the cup, but I don't like trading the cup. It's just not a competition I can rely upon, but I will let you know. In any case, go to youtube.com/@FootballTradingProfits. Make sure you subscribe, because I'll give you the thumbs up at about 2:25 if I'm hopping on a go live today. So do make sure you're subscribed. Get ourselves on a go live, have some fun in the cup, try out some ideas I've got as well, particularly pre-Champions League, like with Paris Saint-Germain going neutral rather than relying on an equaliser. Some potential banana skins today, as you can see as well. No Premier League research in today's e-letter, but we'll just have a mention of some of the matches which are stand out today. 14-day free trial as well if you fancied it. Coming to the business end of the season, and then we'll be focusing on the summer football, and we'll be looking more in depth at Grand Slam tennis. You saw the Australian Open, the wrong time zone, but a great vehicle for the trader. Now in the summer, you've got 3 European timed events, bar the US Open a little bit, but tolerable, and you can apply football trading principles to tennis. So it's going to be something to stick around with, starting for the Monte Carlo Masters, which I might watch at my showbiz pal Elton John's villa in Monaco. Have a great day. Look out, Telegram. Look out at youtube.com/@FootballTradingProfits at 2:25. I'll have the live stream running if it's running. Look for the live section. In fact, I'll show you it now. So head on over to youtube.com. Search for Football Trading Profits with the 1F. Click on it, subscribe, and then go to the live here. So you're going to @FootballTradingProfits and then live. Okay, live at about 2:30 p.m. You'll see coming up here, and press the button and off we go. So I hope to see you around then. We'll see how the cup day eventuates. The Championship, League One, League Two look a little difficult as well today, but we will see. Have a great day, and I hope to see you for the live stream later on. I've got no address at the moment, so come back @FootballTradingProfits, subscribe, and look for live. See you later.